Hi everyone. Happy Lionsgate. Today is 8/8, August 8th, and I got a request late last night to do a video about this. So here I am. This is going to be a little bit different than my regular healing videos with the chart and the pendulum. That's great and it has its place, but for today I wanted to try something else that's a little bit quicker, as I'm a little bit short on time today. And so Lionsgate, it's where the Earth and the star Sirius and the constellation Orion align, creating a powerful energy gateway to enhance manifestation and spiritual growth. And so this exercise that we're doing today, this kind of mini energy clearing, mini journey, is designed to help harness those energies and enhance that to help you with certain areas of your life. And what we're going to be working with today is the idea of truth, which is something that's very important to me. There's a lot going on in the world right now where it seems like truth and falsehood hold equal weight. And a lot of times, especially if we're on a spiritual journey or in a twin flame connection or, a spiritual seeker, it can be very hard to determine what actually is our truth in our situation. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on. And so to get started with that, I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, that's fine too. And we're just going to sit here for a minute, take some deep breaths, feel our feet grounded into the earth if we're able to do that. Ground in, and asking permission of the soul to do a bit of clearing and healing work, connecting up with source, spirit, the divine, whatever word you use for the higher power. Connecting in, being surrounded with that light, and being still within that light. And now pausing for a moment to reflect on what is an area of your life where you would like to connect more deeply with the truth. Whether that's a greater truth, like a more objective truth, or just what's true for you in this situation. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a work situation, maybe it's a family situation, maybe it's with a friendship. Where would more truth or a deeper experience of truth or seeing a truth that you hadn't noticed before be useful? And so keeping that present in your consciousness and inviting source, spirit, the divine to work with you on that and help you with that. We're going to pull a card from the archetype deck. Archetypes are universal patterns of human experience, and something like this can often shine some light on areas where more truth is needed. And so we have a couple here that came out from this deck. We have the Mother, and the light attributes of Mother are nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. And the shadow attributes are smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So pausing to look at that, as that might relate to your personal journey with truth. And then here we have the other card is the Fool. And the light attributes of that are fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And shadow attributes are using humor to wound rather than to liberate, and denial of your emotional truth. So those are some of the archetypes we might be working with as we work with truth right now. So pausing to consider this for a moment. The Fool is also the first card in the major arcana of the tarot. And it often speaks to the beginning of a journey. You know, he's got his little dog and he's standing on the edge of the cliff, and one foot is already stepping off the cliff to move forward into something new. So is there something new you're moving into? And with this Mother card, is there a way in which you are wanting to create something new? Like bringing new life to a project, or maybe you are expecting a child, literally. So that could be something going on too. So keeping in mind these two archetypes, and again, returning to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And imagining these two archetypes with you as guides on your journey. And you and those archetypes are surrounded in light, and that light comes through and it clears them. It clears you as well, your energetic field of any and all blocks to truth, to seeing the truth, to understanding the truth, to truth being revealed in whatever ways it needs to be revealed. Letting that light come and wash away anything else that is a block to peace, to clarity, to love, to your highest good. And pausing to be with that. And as kind of a final piece to reflect on, I have these Harry Potter magical meditations cards. They've got some reflection questions on them. And let's just pull one of those to see what other questions we might want to ask ourselves in this Lionsgate portal as we work with truth. So we've got a card about values and beliefs. And here's what it says. Gilderoy Lockhart, the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher during Harry's second year at Hogwarts, is famous for his many astonishing achievements, though they're not actually his. That's funny, it fits with this theme of truth. He greatly enjoys his fame, actively seeking to promote himself at any opportunity. Harry, on the other hand, is famous for a tragic event in his infancy that he can't even remember. He would prefer it if everyone would leave him alone. What are your thoughts on fame? Is it something you would choose to have or not? And so that's definitely a question to think about. And interestingly, there was this other one stuck to the card as well. Same thing, values and beliefs. And there's a quote from the book. Now, amortentia doesn't create actual love, that would be impossible, but it does create powerful infatuation or obsession, and for that reason, it is probably the most dangerous potion in this room. Love potions appear several times in the Harry Potter films. They work extremely well, as Ron discovers when he accidentally takes one in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Considering their adverse effects, do you think love potions should be used? If given the opportunity, do you think you could use a love potion? So this is another interesting thing to consider when it comes to truth, right? There's truth when it comes to love. There's truth when it comes to our personal behavior and our achievements and how we want to come across and be seen by others. And so these questions might even be some things to journal about, reflect on during this time of the Lionsgate portal. And I'm going to look in this book here. Okay. Yeah, the book doesn't have anything beyond what was given for on the card, but let's look at the guidebook for the archetype cards. So when we look at the Fool, here's what it says. Embodies ability to communicate profound messages through humor, represents what people would like to say or do themselves, often wears a mask that covers one's real emotions, generally male, doesn't so much impart wisdom as kindness and simplicity. Shadow, clown, or fool manifests as cruel, personal mockery, or betrayal. Consider your use of humor in association with power, especially in a way that's fundamental to your personal protection and survival. And then for the mother, we have life giver, source of nurture and nourishment, shows patience, devotion, caring, and unconditional love. Mother Nature, also known as Gaia, is caretaker of the planet. Capacity to forgive her children and put them before herself is essential to the good mother. Shadow mother may manifest as devouring, abusive, abandoning, or working mother, which represent different aspects of this primal archetype. You don't need to be a biological mother, but must have a lifelong devotion to nurturing and protecting the environment or supporting any life form, including giving birth to books or ideas. Some men may relate to being Mr. Mom, another variation of the mother archetype. So all of these things are just something to consider and reflect on as we go through the energies of this Lionsgate portal. And I hope this has been helpful to you. A couple of announcements I wanted to make are, first of all, I have a new website for my services that's currently kind of a work in progress. It's almost finished. It is twinflametherapist.com, and I will drop the link down in the description box of this video. So I'm offering new services focused on helping people who are experiencing a twin flame connection. I also have a Substack that you can check out if you'd like, twinflametherapist.substack.com. It's totally free right now, and you can read my reflections, my experience of truth on the twin flame path, and I hope all of that will be of help to you. And if you want a more traditional sort of clearing, the type that I have done in the past with the pendulum and the charts, there is a Lionsgate video from 2021, I believe. I will link that as well in the description box if you'd like that. It was created back in 2021, but the energies are timeless, and it might be helpful in navigating this time as well. And so I wish you all the best on your journey. Thanks for joining me here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.